You are listening to episode 25 of the Underhook Show, the Silver Edition. As always, my name is Steve, alongside Chris, here to talk about the weekly happenings of professional wrestling and etc. Chris, how you doing on this Wednesday evening?
Good. The weather seems to be getting hot again, and I hate it. But good. Ready to talk some wrestling. We had some good stuff going on over the weekend. Hope your holiday was good, bro.
Yeah, long weekend, dude. It was.
We had we had some concerts up. We had some wrestling going on. We had a busy week.
Yeah, I was saying before we hit record, it was one of them weeks that felt like a month passed, but it's all good. Got some tunes in. Just gambled on sports all weekend, and now we got a whole lot of wrestling to talk about before this weekend, which
And football starts tomorrow.
yeah, American football this weekend, tomorrow and Friday. Yeah, so not even this weekend. So before you get your NFL in, we got a lot to talk about. So I think before we get into the weekly Dynamite discussion, I did get around to watching Death Before Dishonor. I did not watch it live. I skimmed through it this morning. I just cut a couple of matches I thought were supplementary. But did you catch anything from the ECW arena this weekend?
Yeah, I actually watched Death Before Dishonor live up until I fell asleep during the main event, but I worked, so I have an excuse. Uh, But no, I watched all of it. I actually enjoyed it. To be fair, I didn't really have an issue with it. I like this. I'm trying to bring up the run sheet now because that's my memory shot. But there it is. Okay. There we go. Yeah, I fell asleep during. Oh, sorry, I didn't even make it to the main event. I'm so sorry. I fell asleep during Bandito and Hechicero, so the match before the main.
Yeah, I had to revisit those. I made sure after I watched the world title match, I went for a walk and then watched the main event just because 37 minutes, that's a long time.
Yeah, that match went. I that was my like. I think it went too long.
Yeah, very long. Very.
Sammy Guevara turn we could see from a mile away on this show. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, they kind of got put in a corner there with the
Yeah.
whole Dustin's out and they got to do something with Sons of Texas. Him and Roosh just seems like an odd pairing, but we'll see where they go with it. I'm with you with the world title match, though. I think that was way too long, and I think because it was that long, structurally there's some holes there. Like I wanted to see a bit more like heat from Hechicero because Bandito can, he could set it off whenever he wants. But instead, it was kind of them just doing shit for like 40 minutes. And don't get me wrong, Bandito's a wrestler who can definitely just do shit, but I think I just wanted it a little bit more organized. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure. Uh, Also, Paul Walter Hauser and QT Marshall.
That was a lot
Hey,
of fun, dude.
I enjoyed it. I was like, hey, I didn't know what to think going into it because I don't really watch a lot of his like. I don't.
I'm not watching MLW. I'll be real.
Yeah, I'm not watching MLW. I don't really watch Progress because I think he wrestled there, or I think he's a champion in Progress or something like that.
Yeah, I ain't on Brit Rest either, so I couldn't tell
Yeah,
you.
so I didn't know what to expect. Enjoyed it. The Queen Amanada. I'm glad she won. They also announced a ROH Women's Pure title, which is pretty awesome. Uh, Queen Amanada had a match with Taya, which is pretty good, decent. Looks like we're gonna get who was it? Deanna Perrazzo is back, or not back, but she's gonna be in the tournament also.
Well, yeah, that seems upper alley. I skipped around the undercard. The thing with the pure women's title that got announced
Random.
like last year, I think.
Oh, it did.
A long
Yes.
time. It might have been Final Battle of last year, if I'm not mistaken. It got announced a while ago though, and they just never brought it around, and now they started the tournament for it. That seems like Deeb's title. Like that seems like it'd be hers. I think Deanna could get away with being in that division. I think Billy Starks won her match as well, but also Trisha Dora would be a good shout for that, especially what we saw with her and Nicole over at Deadlock. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we love Queen Aminata here. Yeah, I'm not opposed to it.
So wait, you
Uh,
mean to tell me you skipped the undercard? You didn't see the swirl That's their tag team name. I just now found that out, by the way.
Yeah, I did not tap into the swirl. I started with what I thought was match of the night, Lee Moriarty and Shelwa.
So that's how you say that. I was not
I
trying
did,
to
yeah,
disrespect that name.
I was over pronouncing the fuck out of it for like a year now. I was saying like Zeljua when it's just Shelwa according to commentary. So, but really, really awesome stuff between those. I thought Lee's been like quietly excellent this year, and I think if he was doing what he was doing on TV, I think he'd have a lot more praise. But I'm thinking of just in general, like this match and the Blue Panther match off the top of my head, both just fantastic. And then now he's announced for Dean 3 this weekend, which is being taped. He's defending against Josh Woods. So I'm really excited for that too.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna watch
Um,
Dean 2 this weekend because I never actually did, so I'm caught up. Well, I mean, they're one-offs, but you know what I mean. I don't want to watch the third one without seeing the second one.
right. In our brain, we need to watch this, the one beforehand.
Yeah, correct. So did you end up getting to Athena versus Mina?
I never watched. I'm going to be 1,000% never watched that one.
I would go back for it. I mean, especially because they just put it up on YouTube now, the whole
Yeah,
show.
I just seen that. Yeah, that was pretty badass to throw the whole show on there.
I really like the main event though. I
Okay.
thought Athena, because my whole thing with Mina, because I'm a big Mina guy, is that is always more of a case of they never put her with anyone that knows what to do with her leg work. But then when she's in like the Mercedes match at the beginning of the year, and now with this Athena match, you do have somebody who knows what to do with that. And I thought they got their mileage out of it. And just take my criticisms from like the Tony Storm match, Athena did get to be a lot more nasty here when she was in control. And yeah, I really really enjoyed the main event. So yeah, overall, from the matches that I cherry picked, I had a good time. Didn't see too much about the QT Paul Walter Hauser match, but I thought if anything, it's a hoot. You know what I mean?
That's right up my alley. So I was tuning in for that one. Uh, but I want to go back and watch. Maybe I'll watch tomorrow. I'm off, so I'll go back and watch that. I did see the Blue Meanie came back or came out. I mean, with Athena. So that
Mm-hmm.
was, I popped for that. But that's all I seen of it. But I'll go back and check that one out.
Yeah, about time we got some ECW cameos in this residency.
Saying.
Yeah, but I did not get to anything from Collision, unfortunately. I was planning on doing that today, and just somehow 24 hours in a day ain't enough. I don't know, but it is what it is. But the Moxley Garcia stuff's very interesting.
Yeah, looks like we're getting that match again. We're getting the rematch.
This week's Collision looks stacked, so I'm
And
gonna,
it's live, so I'm
yeah, gonna make sure I tap in. But if you got anything else on Supercar or not Supercar, Death Before Dishonor, I keep calling every ROH show Supercar these days. But if you're good to go into Dynamite, I am.
let's dive in, my friend.
All right, this is the September 3rd edition of AEW Dynamite. Once again, coming from the ECW Arena, now 2300 Arena, part of the residency. We're coming off of like a match of the year contender last week, so it was always going to be hard to follow. But I still thought overall this was a really good show. Like I had a lot of fun, like not many complaints, all things considered. I don't know, general thoughts.
Decent show. I think their show last week was better, but this one wasn't too bad. Couple highs, couple lows. This is normal. Nothing to write home about, really. Like nothing bad to write home about, really.
I think this kept my attention and my enjoyment at like a consistent pace. Whereas last week, they opened the show with a really good match. They closed the show with an amazing match. So I think just overall as like a through line, this was a really easy watch this week.
Yeah, this is like more filling in gaps, it seemed.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, and you're gonna have that building to the pay per
Yeah,
view, which well, shit, we didn't talk about the pay per view. We're on Max.
we did it.
Well, we're not on Max. They're on Max, but I
Yeah.
have Max, so
So
cool.
technically we're on max. But
Yeah.
yeah, for a $40 price point, moving all out to 2 p.m. start time for us here. Uh Solid, man. I mean, hashtag winning for us AEW fans. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I get the criticisms of like you still have to pay for Max. Fine, like that's all like it's valid. I'm also in the mindset of just going through the motions on a month-to-month basis. I'm much more likely to actually buy the show at the discounted price than scrambling with all like bullshit with shows in the past and whatnot.
And
So
it's gonna and hopefully be a lot more easier streamlined than that fucking Prime shit was. So
yeah, because we both had technical difficulties with that in the past. So yeah, hopefully it all goes well. Obviously, with your first show on there, God knows what's going to happen. But
well, like you said, there was criticism for oh, you still got to pay for Max, but if you look at the other side, you got to pay for ESPN also, or if you have the plan for Disney, whatever, you still got to pay for that to get the WWE. So either way, you're paying for the app. It's just
yeah, it's just the age we live in. Unless you're
yeah, this is the new cable, more or less. So
unless you're thugging it out on the high seas, which we don't condone. But
salute.
I
I don't
mean,
condone it. But
yeah, I know we're going off on a tangent here, but I'm assuming you saw that they totally dropped the ball with the AJ Lee surprise.
yeah, shout out, guys.
The WWE shop bot blew the big surprise, but I don't know. Does that do anything for you?
Uh, I'll pop when I see her, and then that's it. Yeah, I'm gonna be very transparent. I have not watched WWE in quite a while now. I had it on I think last week, but I didn't pay attention to it at all. Like ever since their big Netflix debut and all this other stuff, like with the Brock Lesnar, ever since Brock came back, I'm done. I tapped out.
Yeah, I'm with you. We've talked about that in the archives. If you want to hear our reactions at the time, but yeah, I don't know. It's more of like I think it's cool that she's coming back, but it's also like it feels like a distraction. But then at the same time, it's
I'm gonna,
like
I'm gonna go on a quick tangent.
yeah, go ahead.
Uh, didn't she quit because like of weird shit that was going down, or like she just quit? All right, like Punk got fired on his wedding day. AJ quit, whatever have you. But now, like,
Who knows, man?
it's just a weird. I don't know, man. I don't.
Well, and on top of that, the being thrown into this Punk Seth bullshit. I don't, dude.
Well, it's gonna be husband and wife versus husband and we've seen it coming from a mile away. It was just when is it gonna happen, And it's
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised that it wouldn't happen. Nah, Seth's on Raw, but since they're in Chicago Friday.
I mean, everybody shows up everywhere now.
Well, that's why I stopped myself because I was like, it doesn't matter anymore. I don't know why they have two belts, but yeah, I mean, they're in Chicago Friday. Anything's whatever. Like it's gonna lead up to Seth and Becky versus AJ and Punk probably, or they just throw a curveball. And I heard a rumor of Britt Baker coming back or coming to WWE. Just throwing that out there too. Like her and Punk.
I don't know, man.
That's just a rumor I heard. I don't know, man. I don't take anything I see on the internet for truocity. For true city.
Dude, this is just all monkey's paw stuff with Punk at this point. Because I mean, honestly, AJ Lee and Becky, I'd probably parachute in for, but this tag match I'm good on. I'm gonna watch All Out and then go on with the rest of my day on the 20th. So
I'm gonna be fair. I'll probably have it on. It'll probably be on his background, but I'm gonna be yeah. So I was like, I'm gonna tune in. It'll be there. It's in our neck of the woods, and neither one of us could care. By the way.
I mean, that's what you do. That's what you do when your creative's terrible and you bring in
when you have
morally questionable dudes come in
and you charge $600 for a ticket.
Yeah, I don't got that to spend. Hey, maybe if this Powerball hits.
Yeah, I know. Oh, I didn't buy one. Fuck.
That's okay. If I hit, that's our ticket to get. We're starting up our promotion.
Yeah, Underhook Pro, boom.
Anyways, we went on a big ass tangent. Let's get into AEW Dynamite.
We're just two dudes talking fun. We're cool. But yeah, let's talk about Dynamite.
Yeah. So Dynamite opens with your boy Gabe Kidd
He's
just
just done with New
talking.
Japan, huh?
He has to defend this month, and this may have been their way of sending him back. He's scheduled to defend against Shingo, I believe, on the 23rd, maybe the week after. It's like
I was
late in the month.
wondering because I was like, this seems like they're writing him off or something.
Yeah. Big old brawl, all kind of people involved. Darby, it's so funny coming out of the cage match. We're like, fuck, I hope he's okay for this angle.
And then here he comes.
Proceeds to have the ass kicking of a lifetime last week, and here he is again flying around. This sick freak.
Fucking.
Yeah, this was just a shithousery. All the Death Riders, the ops are there, Hook's there, they're doing something with that. And then, yeah, Darby gets the chloroform out, and you called Darby getting dragged by the truck, right? Like
Yeah.
weeks ago.
Yeah.
Instead, it was the inverse. It was Gabe Kidd getting dragged in a body bag from the tailgate of a truck. Insane visual,
Loved
but
it.
really cool brawl to open the show. And hey, Willow's back in the Death Riders orbit, which is
When Willow came out there, the crowd went nuts.
that's the ace, dude. Come on.
I was like, damn, what are they going nuts for? I was like, no, it ain't Hook. But
Yeah.
they talk about it later on, but like they tease Hook and the ops kind of they walk past each other here. But I noticed Hook was wearing a white wife beater and the ops were wearing white t-shirt. I'm just saying, and not the ops, the
Death Rider, yeah.
Death Rider wearing all white. I just think small little. I doubt it, but
Maybe though, because you got the feeling they're shuffling the deck with the Garcia stuff.
yeah.
So they might do some either addition or subtraction or both. Too early to call right now. Speaking of Hook, I know they're doing the visual thing here, but that orange leather jacket on Friday was sick. Yeah, it was sick.
Yeah, I like his new theme music too. Oh,
yeah, it's growing on me.
Yeah, it took a second, but it got.
Also, Taz got put into the 2300 Hall of Fame today.
The only one there apparently. When they hung the banner.
Might I just add, from watching through 94 right now, he's like their MVP in 94. He's doing really good stuff.
Right?
Yeah, but he's just anywhere they put him, he's doing well. Like tag stuff with Kevin Sullivan, random 6-man squash matches, and then like big singles, like anything they're giving him, he's doing good work. So
I knew that. I've never like watched that far back, so I know of like Tasmaniac and I know like stuff, but never like watched it. So I commend you.
Yeah, no, he's awesome.
Godspeed, brother.
I got the Cactus Jack showing up, so we're cooking now.
I'm still in TNA. This is rough over my
end. Getting into our first match here. Mercedes
Moné tonight, by the way.
I wouldn't call you crazy. Mercedes Moné successfully defending against Alex Windsor for the TBS title. Yeah, I think this was Windsor's best match in AEW.
I've said it plenty of times, but I've become Windsor's one of my top now. So
actually, I'm gonna hold my tongue. I still haven't seen the Athena defense from Chicago, but from everything else, this was really good. It's the best I've seen of Alex Windsor in AEW.
I just really like this. Like between this and the main, it was hard to pick. But like we've seen party matches every week. So like this right here, I don't know, I just fucked with it. Like I didn't fuck with what happened. I didn't fuck with the ending. Or not the post match I didn't fuck with, but we'll get there.
I do think it was strong stuff though. They're playing off of the visual submission from before. Yeah. And that led to just Windsor continually going for the legs basically the whole match. Like clear cut strategy. They did the figure 4 rollout spot, which there can't be a good way to take that.
Either way, you're eating shit. So, I like the how Windsor broke the moneymaker, and with rolling into the pin or whatever, or a statement maker. I mean, just rolling into the pin or whatever. I like that.
Real lot of quick, intuitive stuff like with the holds and the trading and stuff like that. It didn't lean in too much into like 50-50 stuff either. Like this felt like a much different match from that we've seen from Monet for a little bit. There wasn't like a huge size disparity, but because Windsor's a bit of a powerhouse, we still got that bump factor from Mercedes that, we've both praised in the past.
Yeah,
So
she ain't afraid to take a bump. Say that.
no, so I'm with you, man. This was really good stuff. And I was sitting there watching this thinking to myself, like, man, like Windsor really shouldn't tap. So the fact that Mercedes like just scraped away with the pinfall victory really worked for me.
That's why I think I liked it because it didn't make Windsor look weak because she didn't tap out, and it still gave her that. It gave Monet that that sneak win, that hurry up win, and damn, I just did it kind of thing.
Yeah, strong in defeat for sure. What didn't you like about the post match? Because I was pretty happy Rio came back.
Oh no. Don't get me wrong, like Rio, but I want her to be. I'm tired. She comes back like once a year.
Yeah,
so you know what I'm saying. So
you're thinking you don't want her. You don't want her on the Rouge schedule, basically.
That part. And
she's
plus,
like she's on like half the Rouge schedule, but
yeah. And I don't think she's gonna take the belt off Monet, so I'm cool. Like it's gonna be it's gonna be a great match. Don't get me wrong. I have no qualm in that. But it's just like, damn, like. Maybe you should have had Rio come back somehow before this. Had this match on Dynamite. You could have had the Windsor Monet match at All Out.
I think this could have been on All Out. I feel like their approach to these residencies is a lot different than when they're touring. Simply because I think they're just trying to stack the deck to keep people coming back when they're in the same spot. We saw it with the Chicago shows. They had that stacked episode, and then they're immediately like world title match next week, So they're thinking, we're in this residency now. Obviously ECW Arena is not very big, but you still want to keep things exciting. So, all right, Mercedes defense on television, which I don't think she's defended on TV for a while, but don't quote me on that.
I can't remember, but I mean, like I said, it wasn't like there's so many other women that could be in that spot, is what I think I'm guessing at. But I don't know, like I said, it's gonna be a great match, and we haven't seen Rio in like what, a year, probably more. I'm not sure. Just take a wild shot in the dark. But that drop kick that she did to Monet that was sitting on the ramp,
she ate that, dude.
Oh God, I said, yo, if that's how the match is gonna be, yeah, give me that.
Yeah, I think they're gonna have a sick match. Over a year, according to Cage Match, her last match was against Lady Frost on the July 6th episode of Collision from 2024.
Yeah. So I mean, like I said, that's how only my small little gripe with it is. Just like you could have somehow flopped someone, but like you said, have a big title match on this residency like you did in Chicago. It makes more sense.
So this is something that I don't remember, but all the comments on this are saying that she was injured in that match. So maybe that injury and visa stuff that it wasn't just she's here and she's gone. It could have been that, she had to recover.
She got hurt. Okay.
You never know with visa stuff either these days. So I think there could have been more barriers to getting her back on TV than we thought. So hopefully she's here to stay, because they're really bolstering this division.
That's the case. Cool. Hell yeah. I'm with it. Like, I'm cool. I just I don't want her to take the belt off Monet just because there's so many other women that have fought hard to get to that spot. I don't think Rio's going to do it, so I just have nothing to worry about.
Oh, no, I think it's kind of a problem because you have these two dominant shit, you could throw Athena in there too. She's about to hit 1,000 days if she hasn't already. But it's like,
I think she did because I think it was 996 at
the paper. Okay, yeah. Honor. I think with the significance of these very long reigns, you're gonna have to genuinely build somebody up, and it feels like they are more dedicated right now to reinforcing the mid card, with all this gang warfare and stuff, which I think has benefited them greatly. Don't get me wrong. But as far as a credible threat to Tony Storm or Mercedes right now, I don't think they have one.
Yeah, no, they don't.
As far as just Riho versus Mercedes on paper, hell yeah, dude.
Hey,
I'm here for it.
It's gonna be a banger because that drop kick was so nasty. Oh, remember the Chelsea Green one? Ugh.
Yeah, I think people are still a little weird with Riho, but don't be surprised if those two just end up
They're gonna have a
doing
Joshi
some.
match.
Yeah, they're doing do some dangerous shit, and it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, they're for sure gonna pop off some like Japanese style, like strong style in that match.
Yeah, they're gonna lay in for sure. But until then, we got the ops backstage, and they're doing this. They did this Hook promo, which was kind of a nothing burger, but it was at least nice to acknowledge it. Like they because nothing happened last week. But if we're getting Joe Hook again, I mean, sign me up.
If we're getting Hobbs and Hook, sign me up.
That'd be sick too. Yeah, yeah.
But like, yeah, they're saying that the Hook said, "Damn, the body wasn't even cold, and you replaced me." So I don't. Who's supposed to be the heel and face in this situation? Are they both faces? I'm confused. I guess we just gotta wait and see. To see.
Yeah, because in that match, I mean, Hook's kind of the de facto face just because he'd be facing a monster,
Yeah, David and Goliath.
Mm-hmm. Shibata was not here because he was doing the Takayama Mania show. Him and Kenta reunited.
I think was there a picture of that today?
Yep.
Shaking
Kenta,
hands.
it translated to Kenta saying, "I reunited with my ex-girlfriend."
That's the one I see.
Yeah. So, shout out Takeover.
Is that different? So what company was it?
It was no company. They do a show every year. Because Takayama's messed up. I don't know if it's for charity but it's more of like just a celebration, like a celebratory thing. But
and they do one every year for. Okay, cool.
Yeah. And Suzuki's always like super emotional because Takayama still can't walk.
Oh, wait, the guy in the wheelchair.
Yeah.
And
that's the guy. That's the guy who fought Don Fry.
Oh shit, that's him. Hey,
yeah.
It's something I learn every day.
Yeah.
I seen it last year. Suzuki was like yelling at him, trying to get him to stand up out of the chair and started crying, right?
Yeah. It's real heavy stuff.
Okay, hey, I'm learning. See, I'm starting to slowly click in the head here.
Yeah, but I don't know the circumstances of like the actual produce shows themselves. I don't know if it's like a benefit thing or whatever, but Kobashi's there. They always run like these types of matches. Last year they just ran Shibata versus Suzuki straight up. Like Kobashi was shopping both of them. It's all in good fun. But now that Kento's back with Noah, they're able to kind of reunite, which was cool.
So I just looked it up because I was intrigued, and it looks like oh man, this card got a lot of spot. Okay, go ahead. Sorry, no, I was just looking at the card for it. I'm gonna tune into this Takayama thing here because
you need to see Yu's tag team partner, Chihiro Hashimoto.
Yeah, okay, because I seen you and I was like, that's the girl from DPW. All right.
And also that Hideki Suzuki and Kazushi Sakuraba versus Dan Tamura and Hikaru Sato sounds awesome.
This is on the queue now. I added that.
Yeah.
We're cooking. Back to tonight though.
Gates of Agony Ricochet promo, calling out Hurt Syndicate for Toronto, which that sounds like a cool match. I mean, I loved the Gates of Agony Hurt Syndicate, like the sprint that they had early in the year.
I'm glad that they're letting the others talk now.
Yeah, because they can cut a good promo, man.
Hey, they can act like Toa Leona especially surprised me.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like they said they were calling themselves a name I don't know what their name's gonna be. But
they just kind of been keeping it like GOA.
Yeah, but
and they got like a hand. They got like a hand thing now.
Yeah, but I feel like they kept saying like I don't know why I keep thinking like their name is gonna be the Demand. That'd be weird, but I'll hold off because they kept saying like weird like one-liners, and I was like, is that their stable name? Nope. Is that their stable? Nope. Okay.
Because they probably will have one, but I'm almost thinking. I'm just trying to think of what the end goal here is because Ricochet's whole arc was saying that 2025 he's winning gold, but like if you build these guys up, these three against the Ops would be cool.
Oh, yeah. I can see
And
them rocking trios gold.
and with all the weird backstage political bullshit going around, hey, let's see if they actually beat Hurt Syndicate. But it'll be a cool match. If anything, just the actual tag teams, they clearly already have a good dynamic, but Ricochet MVP might have some fun bullshit in them. So I'm into this feud, and it's nice to see Hurt Syndicate having something to do. Like after losing the belts, it's almost like just turning the new page immediately. Um, so after that, we get Mark Briscoe in the ring, and he's in gear. So like we know he's having a match. So he was referencing how important this room is to him, and I talked about this last week.
You were the
If
first
you're,
person I thought of when I heard his music, by the way.
thank you. And I referenced the famous, well, famous to me and a lot of other Briscoe people, but the Violent People promo, namesake of the website. And Jay Briscoe talks about John Cronus bleeding on him in the ECW arena and them wanting to become professional wrestlers after that. So I'm glad that they brought that up, like Mark brought it up on screen. But when the Don Callis family came out and I saw Lance Archer, he wasn't wearing the Amiri jeans. It clicked. I'm like, oh, we're getting an impromptu Briscoe Lance Archer match.
It's like, well, let's go.
Yeah, dude, this was sick, right up my alley.
I have
Um,
nothing to complain about this match. It was quick. They beat the shit out of each other.
yeah,
That choke slam that Briscoe took on the stairs. Why?
and up in the corner too. Like Briscoe's gonna take some nasty bumps regardless. But this was just like a meat and potatoes TV match that I will never say no to, and I really appreciate that. Uh, the thing is though, what do you think about this Takeshita match? Because I feel like you're in a weird spot booking wise.
Yeah, because that was what I said too. You're having two guys that you're trying to push right now. How do you do this? Because
Maybe
one end you're pushing Briscoe to beat all of your Don Callis people so he can get Fletcher, but then you're putting him against Takeshita, who's on the fucking ride of his lifetime right now.
yeah, he has to be protected because he just won the G1. Meanwhile, you got Okada cutting a promo on him later in the night, and they're in the same stable.
Yeah, so I guess he cost him the match. Did something happen?
Like, this has shit finish written all over it. I just don't know what's going to happen. So that makes it intriguing.
Yeah,
But at the same time, I'm
they
like,
kind of
what?
like they backed themselves into a corner here. Like it looks like though.
Yeah. So I
Also,
don't know.
no MJF.
No, no MJF. Not even a pre-tape.
He's not showing up to the CCW show. He ain't showing up. He ain't coming.
Maybe
He's
not. I mean, unless he's just not on the pay-per-view entirely. I got to see what his schedule. I don't know if he's announced for any more CMLL stuff until
Anniversario.
Anniversario. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, maybe he comes out and beats the shit out of Briscoe or something. Maybe I
Yeah, because realistically, I could see Fletcher Briscoe or excuse me, Briscoe MJF happening at the pay per view. So I guess Saturday will kind of be the tell all.
I mean,
MJF usually isn't on Collision though.
yeah. So
Oh hey, maybe that's even more
it's
of
a
a
live collision though,
yeah. Maybe they're throwing off the scent. So
and
remains to be seen.
with the way the main event ended, I think Fletcher's gonna have another match at their pay per view.
Yeah, we'll talk about that too. But overall, Really fun TV match. That's just my shit. Really enjoyed all this.
Hey, I've fucked with it, man. Just that the choke slam on the stairs. Anytime they take that back bump on the stairs, I just think
Yeah,
about my back.
okay. So now we're back to this Chris Death Riders thing, and it was kind of loose before. Now it feels a lot more heavy-handed with what they're doing, with Moxley kind of having something to tell her. Now Marina's in her ear, and
Yeah.
I'm thinking to myself, "Oh no, they're gonna kill Harley Cameron."
Yeah, they're gonna destroy her,
And she just came back.
or they're not. And Chris Statler returns face, or more
'Cause
face.
it's strange. I don't know.
Well, what I feel like is gonna happen, and this is how you're gonna mend the bridge to. This is how they're gonna bring it back to Willow and Chris again. Is Death Riders are gonna be like Marina's gonna be attacking Willow or something, and then Chris is gonna make the save or something. I just think it's a red herring. I don't know. They're doing it way too much to be like, oh yeah, she's gonna join.
Maybe.
I don't know.
It just feels really feels yeah. I don't know where they're going with this. Feels very heavy-handed though. That
it's been going on too long is the issue.
right.
Like they've been
interesting. Oh, go ahead.
They've just been trying to do the Chris Statlander thing for what, past couple months now, right? Like at least 2 months,
maybe. Yeah, I feel like that first interaction with her and Wheeler was a couple of months ago. But now with how frequent it's happening, it feels like we're gonna get some answers here soon to come. But that interaction led into Brodito making their first defense of the AEW World Tag Team Championships against Death Riders, being Claudio and Yuta, which it's nice to see them tag again. I feel like it's been forever.
Yuta's like, I could wrestle, boss.
Yeah, right. Another sick Death Riders entrance. I was wondering how they were going to do it this week because obviously with last week they started the Falls Count Anywhere match outside.
Yeah, they always come up with a unique way with that red lighting. So
they're killing it every week with these entrances. It's always well produced. But real interesting pairings here because obviously you got your two heavies, but when I saw Claudio and Bandito on paper, like that's straight up freak show stuff, you know. And they really didn't disappoint. I thoroughly enjoyed this match.
Yeah, sick. Big Brody King guys over here. Bandito did the Macarena and tried to get Brody King to do it. That was funny. I needed that. But man, this match fucked. I loved it though. Still women's match is my match of the night, but I had no problems with this match. Was sick.
Yeah. I think Yuta held his own here amongst the different pairings because, like I said, my eyes kind of lit up when I'm like, okay, Claudio Brody we've seen before, and they have good stuff. Claudio and Bandito tonight, were really good together, especially like I said because they could both kind of do the wild strength spots and all that. But with Wheeler, you have somebody who can not only take the pin, what he brings is it's not something anybody else in the match is going to bring with how he's currently being portrayed. And the crowd, people always say that this dude didn't get a reaction. Crowds love to boo this guy now. And it's working.
It's the shaggy dog haircut. And it's like he's a little twerp, like a little dirtbag, so it's the little lackey. And it's always good, like they're booing him, but it's always good when he gets his ass beat. He's the fall guy every time.
I think they were able to balance like the tag structure with all the fireworks until like shit got real crazy with all the run-ins at the end.
Yeah.
But when they did, Moxley comes out, kind of, where there's smoke, there's fire. When Moxley's in the room and Darby comes in, he's not letting this shit go. I really thought Darby was going to have to run the gauntlet to get the match, but I think this is our setup.
I was thinking that too, but I was like, they were already doing the gauntlet thing with Briscoe and the Don Callis family, and I was like, please don't do two of them.
Yeah,
not that I would hate, not that I would not mind seeing. Yeah, he already faced Claudio, but I wouldn't mind seeing Darby go against Yuta. I wouldn't mind that.
Mm-hmm.
But and then he's got to go against Marina too. Then, if we're being fair,
That'd probably be a sick. That'd probably be a sick match.
He would bump for Marina. You know,
Something that they've done that I did really well on this show. This wasn't like a total through line, but they folded in the opening of the show into the top of the hour very well with this. And then not only that, all the commotion ended up just setting up the finish very well. Where kind of Yuta stuck his head out, and then once he leaned back into the ring, it was 21 plex time.
he ate that.
Yeah, sick but efficient way to kind of keep Brodito featured until they have opponents, and then continue all this Death Rider stuff. And it was just a cool matchup, man. It's cool matchmaking.
Anytime they're on my TV, I'm straight. Good.
Yeah. Look at our boy Brody King winning shit, though. This is awesome.
They just need a singles title soon. Not soon,
Yeah.
but we'll get him there.
Yeah. It's a start. Then we get the Okada promo I mentioned prior, and yeah, he was just full on like, this is my stable, not Takeshita's. So maybe we are getting this match sooner than later.
I feel like they're turning the wheel soon. When? I don't think it's happening in a while, but
Yeah, maybe. But again, got some housekeeping to do with these next couple shows to close out the residency. Because I think it's only 3 weeks instead of 4. They're doing that September to Remember show for Go Home, and it's not in Philadelphia, but that makes sense. Get across the border, and it just makes travel a whole lot easier. Back-to-back Renee promos, because then she's with the Hurt Syndicate. I don't know what was going on with Lashley's suit, but it looks sick.
Vicky. I didn't know what was going on with Shelton Benjamin's tiny glasses. So, I mean, we're all looking at different things here.
Yeah, it's crazy swag all around, as expected. But MVP doing his thing with the scathing promo. What he says something about like he's gonna hit Ricochet in his like bitch ass mouth or something.
Yeah, and he said, he's like, we may hurt people, but at all out, we're gonna hurt you. So,
let's go. I'm here for this, man. I'm liking this.
His match is gonna be awesome.
Then immediately back at ringside, we think we're getting the kind of Edge and Christian Town Hall, but this just explodes. A lot of brawls on the show, but I mean, hey, that's fitting of a VCW arena. So I don't know where Dax got cut, but it looked sick. But we gotta address the elephant in the room here.
Our dog.
Dude, he was getting chants.
DPW World Heavyweight Champion Adam Priest came out there and was fighting the FTR and got chants from the crowd. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Like 2025 wrestling is awesome.
Hear me out. Fuck, he needs to defend at Super Fight. Or what is it, Super Battle, right?
Yeah.
But what if they did FTR versus Trevor Lee and Adam Priest?
I wouldn't hate it because FTR's already been down there before. So I mean, at Super Battle too. So
right, because I believe it's their big North Carolina show. I mean, most of them are in North Carolina, but you know what I mean. Like this is their big one. Oh man, and I just because obviously people are making the connection of we'll get Adam Priest, signed. But at the same time, I'm like, I would really love to see FTR mix it up with Adam Priest and Trevor Lee, but
like it won't happen because like we'll get to it. There's the promo afterwards. Spoiler alert: FTR challenged Adam Priest to find a partner. What if? Probably not, but what if? He just brings Trevor Lee with him. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, I missed that. I missed that entirely. Holy shit!
It was literally like right after Edge comes out. FTR beats the shit out of him. They bloody him up. So Adam Priest attacks Dax. They break him up, go in the back. Promo happens, and FTR is back there with Stokely. And Stokely just said he can't way to put Adam Copeland in. He's gonna kill Christian Cage and Adam Copeland pretty much. And then Adam Priest actually walked up, and then Cash started going crazy on him and saying to find a partner for Collision. So,
Well, so last week it was JD Drake. I feel like if it was Anthony Henry, that would have just been announced.
yeah.
So we're going off the board here. So it'll be interesting to see if they actually do something insane like that.
I don't think you're gonna pick Jordan Oliver after you spike pile drove him, but you might.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, I don't know what you do. Like, you wouldn't have Christian team with him because that ruins. We're not ruined, but
they're not gonna touch until the match.
yeah, they're not gonna touch the match. So I mean, like,
well, I mean, in a sanctioned match, like they were obviously brawling.
Yeah,
they're not gonna wrestle until the match.
Just trying to think. I was like, I don't know who. It's gonna be somebody like simple that I can't think of, but
yeah, I'm sure it'll be like the Beast Moros or something. But hey, that'd be cool. But just because I'm thinking, like, if they did bring in somebody, they're in the situation of where I think by default Adam Priest is babyface here.
Oh yeah.
But in DPW, he's the biggest heel on the face of the earth.
He is Jamie Noble in DPW.
He is one friend.
Charlie.
And that's probably going to be on the rocks soon, which we'll get to in a little bit.
Yeah.
So, interesting to say the least, and it's always funny how it differs from promotion to promotion, which is not something you see a lot of anymore because people are usually tied up in like exclusive contracts. So, interesting to say the least. Definitely going to be one to watch, and now I'm even more excited for this Collision episode.
I literally, when Adam Priest came out, I told my boy Josh, I said, this is our talking point for our podcast right here. Right?
Yeah.
I was like, this right here. I was like, this is made for Underhook right here.
Well, I'm telling you what, man, it's awesome that like people in our like direct contact know, because even my brother, I'm like, holy fuck, they're chanting it for Adam Priest. He goes, that's your boy, dude. I'm like, yeah, like that's our guy.
That is fucking our guy. Like, that is the guy in our company.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, next to Tankman. But Tankman's got his own thing. We'll get there, but
yeah. Hey, baby steps. We got him at All Out last year, just not in a match.
we did. He was there. I seen him.
That was main event time. Real Fun All-Star
party match of the night.
Yes. It is the Young Bucks and Don Callis family members Kyle Fletcher and Josh Alexander against a team of Jet Speed, Kenny Omega, and the AEW World's Champion Hangman Adam Page. And yeah, this was just what you would expect. But I'll tell you what, even if every now and then, like, we'll make the kind of comment if they do this match a lot, I think they kept the interactions fresh enough to where I still got a whole lot out of this.
And that's the one thing I like about it, because no matter how many times they do these party matches, they're all different. Like, they're all entertaining, so they know how to do it. And this one was no different. Especially, you put the Young Bucks in a multi-man match, it's gonna pop off, bro. So,
and I thought they were pretty damn good in this match, all things considered.
I like their name tag or their nameplate when they came out.
These guys again. So they did the meet and greet today.
Oh,
was that
God.
banner? Was that referencing the infamous Virgil picture?
I think so. Yeah, because
Sky Point.
The other one that they showed the one time, and it was like wrestling superstars, the Young Bucks. It looked just like that one. Yeah,
that's incredible. But, you know, what's different about this is that we've had our kind of Don Callis family tags. Kenny's been in a couple of these too. But when you have Kenny and Hangman on the team again, maybe they did it earlier in the year, but here they really got to kind of rekindle that magic that they had as a team in the early days of the promotion. Because a lot of their interactions were awesome. Josh Alexander, to his credit, really good in this match, I thought.
I want him to be shown on TV more.
And, I mean, we could talk about Josh Alexander and the Bucks, because all that shit on the barricade...
Bruh. First of all...
That was, yeah.
like, uh, Speedball doing that fuck every time he does that moonsault and misses and he hits those knees on the apron.
Yeah, that has to suck.
Oh God, I don't know how you. There's no way that it doesn't hurt. And then you're landing on the barricade, like. But man,
Right.
yeah, it was. This match was awesome. Fletcher's the star, man. Like, Jesus
I loved
Christ.
how shitty he was in the beginning.
Yeah,
Like he was just pestering them constantly, cutting off. I want to say was it Kenny? It was either Kenny or Hangman. He kept cutting off for the tag, and he just gets it now, man. Like he just knows. Even in a match with so many moving parts, he still stands out by doing those things.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. He's just getting better, bro. Every time we see him on TV, he's getting better.
It is
Uh,
interesting how close they've kept him to Hangman because I think it's a little too soon for him to challenge.
he's not the one I'm thinking of.
Who do you
I,
think's gonna? Who do you think's challenging
well,
Hanger?
I don't know who's gonna challenge Hanger, but I could tell you who I think is gonna challenge Fletcher.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, the guy that got dropped to that table.
right.
Because I feel like that has the writing on the wall anyway because of the Don Callis thing. Now Hangman, this one's hard to tell, man. I don't know what you do with Hangman, to be honest.
I've seen some suggestions of it being maybe like a four-way match or something, or a triple threat. It's difficult because if he doesn't main event this show, say Darby and Moxley do, right?
As it should, I think. Depending on who you have challenge Hangman, I guess.
That's two in a row. Like he hasn't done it since he's won the belt. Not saying card placement is everything, but coming out of All In, he felt like the center of the universe, right? Now I feel like we've tailed off a little bit. So I feel like this next defense is going to be super important because you can't fuck up this Hangman reign.
Again.
Right. So that's where I'm kind of racking my brain. Now, in this match alone, there's a lot of Canada represented here. And I feel like we're going to see, I mean, Edge and Christian obviously already in a featured match. I don't think anything else has actually been announced, right?
Just besides Monet and Rio.
Rhea. Was that confirmed?
Yeah, it's confirmed for All Out.
Okay, that'll be
And then FTR. Yeah, no, just the stuff they announced tonight.
okay, because like Kenny and Speedo are both babyface. You can get away with that in a multi-man. Alexander, I don't think he's heated up to that level.
No.
And I don't know if that's a main event match at this stage. So it's very interesting what they do with Hangman. But again, AEW loves a 3-week build. They've always loved a 3-week build. And we're around there. So maybe next week or maybe even Saturday we'll have some more clarity about where this card's going.
In all honesty, like unless they just did it's probably going to be Fletcher now that I'm looking at it. Because they probably did that. Kenny's going to be there. It's Canada. Kenny's going to be there. Never mind. This one's hard. This one's hard to think about.
I just don't think you should ever do like TNT champion challenging for the world title again. Fletcher his stocks are only raising. But I just don't know if that's why put the TNT title on him if you're just going to throw him in the world title picture a month later?
I don't know who you put. I don't know what you do. Unless you do a multi-man match, but like you said, like you need to have Hangman needs to defend this belt because this is the same thing that happened with his last reign. You didn't do shit with it. And,
Well, zoom out for a second, too, because Briscoe's mentioning Fletcher by name. We know this.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Oh, rewind back to that. You're right. Whoops.
Briscoe still never got his Hangman match. MJF's feuding with both of them on and off. Like, they got to do some housekeeping here. I'm not going to tell you what's going to
Yeah,
happen, but they got some cleaning up to do
I
with this
forgot. I
card.
literally just forgot about that. See, there's just too much shit going on. I forgot about the Briscoe thing. Yeah. Okay. Never mind.
Yeah, so
Carry on.
they got some
They got
cleaning
some
up to
meat on.
do.
They got some meat on the bone here.
True. Well, that was AEW Dynamite. Like I said, I had a good time with this show. Like, I thought it was just a really easy watch, even if nothing was like, it didn't reach the peaks of last week. I thought as a constant, enjoyable TV wrestling show, I had a good time with it.
Yeah, I fucked with it. Yo, he messed his back up on that brainbuster through that table at the end, though.
Yeah.
Golly.
Yeah, that looked pretty brutal. It remains to be seen with everything moving forward. I definitely going to keep a close eye on Collision. I don't know if I'll get to it live, but I definitely will watch it before next week. I'm going to make it priority viewing. Because honestly, there isn't, to my knowledge, there isn't very much else going on this weekend.
Not to my knowledge, nothing's popping off this weekend, except SmackDown in Chicago.
Oh yeah, you know, even before the Brock thing, I'll say this before we get into the Beast Coast. Like, I remember when that got announced, and I just kind of messaged my brother. I'm like, "Are you good?" Because I'm good. He's like, "Yeah, all right."
So for shits, I always look it up just because I'm like, yo, if I can get tickets and I can go with my boys or I take my
But
wife, cool.
to be fair, it is different in the building, but
And so I looked it up and I looked at the price. I said, absolutely not. I said, I remember that.
it's still bad in Rosemont.
Uh, yes, I can't remember what exactly it was, but it was enough for me to go really, and I just no. It might have
Is
changed.
SmackDown? Is it still 3 hours?
I think it's 2 hours now.
Okay,
I
that's a
don't
lot
want.
more digestible.
Yeah, because I think they moved it back because like people were complaining, which is absolutely correct because a 3 hour TV show is ridiculous.
This is too much. I don't care what it is. It's too much.
I struggle watching sports for 3 hours, like, but yeah. So like, we looked them up and tickets were seemed pretty high. So I was like, nah, man, I'm not gonna pay for something I'm not thoroughly invested in.
Yeah, I'm with you. And like Cena's last Chicago show too, that might have been why it's a little pricey, but it's like he's not wrestling and he's probably gonna get shit canned by Lesnar. So like, is that what the shirt's gonna be online if it's that big of a deal too? So
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's Cena's last Chicago appearance. Cool. He's not. He's gonna. If he does wrestle, it's gonna be some fucking tag match. Like you'll get
yeah.
fucking like him and Punk versus Logan Paul and Seth Rollins or some dumb shit like that.
And
Come
that's the
on,
thing
man.
too. It's like, dude, like moral stuff, obviously. It's like I'm tired of Seth Rollins. I'm tired of Logan Paul, and they're not going away. Yeah, whatever. Moving on. Yeah, so it took us a little bit because I did not get to the show as fast as I wanted to. 'Cause the week prior, I just had all kind of stuff going on within the family, but we're all good. But Deadlock Pro Wrestling presents Beast Coast 2025. You want to jump in?
Fucking load.
General thoughts. I think those who've seen it can attest that might have a show of the year contender on our hands.
Absolutely. Like banger after banger.
Yeah, not
I don't think there was like one match where I was like, "Ah, okay, I'm not locked in. I was pretty much thoroughly in tune with everything.
yeah. There's maybe one or two spots where I think some stuff might have gone a little too long, or like with one match in particular, there's more of kind of a recurring issue I've had with some of the participants, but we'll get into it. But yeah, nothing serious. I think also this was one of the longer DPW shows of the year. They always keep it within 3 hours.
Yeah.
But I think after a bunch of 2.5 hour ones, this was pushing three, so it was just a little bit longer. But yeah, there's no holes here, honestly. Like I had a great time with this. But taking it from the top, really, really solid opener, I thought. number one contendership match for the DPW national title. Trevor Lee defeats Fancy Ryan Clancy in a really quick, just under 9 minutes. But this was a fucking pro wrestling match, dude.
Good opener. Solid fucking opener.
I just loved how they both were just immediately going, like the kind of arm takedown attempts.
Yeah.
Real sharp stuff.
It's just fucking solid. Like I feel like Trevor Lee's gonna be the next national champion coming up soon. But then, like we talked about, there might be some distension.
I still kind of want a 2-man power trip, though.
That's why I said, like, I feel like we'll see that before Trevor getting the title is what's gonna cause they're gonna be like, oh, I'm better than you. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be great. And we're gonna see Trevor Lee on AEW Collision on Saturday. I'm calling it now.
Put into the universe, manifesting it. But yeah, I really enjoyed this match. Honestly, this is until we get into like the real like top heavy stuff. This is my favorite of the undercard. Just really well worked. I was really impressed by Ryan Clancy. It wasn't my first time watching him wrestle, but when you put him in the ring with somebody like Trevor Lee who can match him, because I mean, as much as Trevor Lee's kind of always leaned into this shithead stuff, right? Like when he's heel, he's a fantastic wrestler, man. And these two on the mat were really, really good, I thought.
I think this might have been the first time I've seen him that I can remember. Because I don't think he was on any other DPW show unless it was one of them like cross-branded shows with like West Coast or something. But yeah, I gotta check this guy out some more, I think, because I liked what I've seen here.
I'm looking at his match guide. He has a couple of ROH one-offs, couple of Noah one-offs. That's probably where I saw him.
Okay, yeah, so I'm about to check him out. So I like what I've seen. Hopefully he comes back a little bit more.
Yeah, a lot of Beyond stuff, so I'm wondering, okay, he's from New Jersey, so this was local for him. Very good use of local talent, though, because stylistically, I thought these two meshed incredibly well together, and I'd like to see more of them.
Yeah, I want to see more, too.
Also, real, like, with the old school gimmick, with the fucking low fade, no knee pads, you know what I mean?
Certified ass beater. Speaking of certified ass beater, my new favorite wrestler.
Your introduction to you, who I'm surprisingly beat high on in this tournament, because I thought that they were bringing her in for a one-off. Especially considering that Yu's retiring pretty soon.
I just find out about her and now she's retiring. This is some bullshit.
Yeah. I mean, real simple concept here, though, is that Yu is one half of 200 kilogram with Chihiro Hashimoto, and they almost always have the size advantage on their opponents. So it's more of how is Hyon going to weasel her way out of this? But the thing is, she couldn't.
Yeah. I loved it. This was my first time seeing you, and you told me to check out her tag team. Oh, yeah. I texted you, I think, instantly. I was like, hey, this is my new favorite.
Do we know who she drew in the next round yet?
Yes, they did say that. I will look it up as
I gotta
we
pull
banter.
I gotta pull up the Carolina Classic, because I believe that's the next show. Yeah, 10 minutes, 52 seconds, so there's a good enough time to get what these two are about, especially with this more or less being a Yu showcase for those who aren't familiar with her. But I had a lot of fun with this, especially because, like I said, how is Hyon going to weasel her way out of this? She doesn't, and she gets her ass kicked for it. But I've been high on Hyon's work, no pun intended. But I thought she's had a nice year, especially in Deadlock. And I expected her to win this tournament, or at the very least meet Dani Luna in the final. And that didn't happen. She's out in the first round to a visitor, and that makes.
It looks like they're doing like a loser gimmick with her, though.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, the promo with Nicole afterwards was really funny. She was like, "Oh well, like I helped you, so just give me a title shot."
And you're gonna win some matches.
Yeah. Nicole Matthews doing the wine mom thing is so great.
Oh, it's awesome. Love it.
We'll get to her in a little bit. Immediately following that, some Choco Pro flavor here with Emi Sakura facing the Big Apple girl, Mei Saruga. Maybe a little long for what this was, but I still had a lot of fun with it. And just seeing Mei Saruga featured again is great. So she's been on Deadlock shows before, and she did like a bunch of AEW Dark.
Okay, so that's where I know the name because of course I know the Queen. So I want to yeah this match fucked though I liked it like I gotta get into more like
Like
Joshi
Joshi
yeah
Independence.
yeah because like I only seen clips and stuff so I want to get into more of that because like these two were going it was a little long I did get like a little I wouldn't say boring for me it got a little dry I'll say dry because dry's a better term for me
Just a little long. I thought a couple of
yeah
minutes.
and I'm like okay the wind's setting like the ending seemed a little weird too though
Mm-hmm.
I don't know but good match I swear they announced who they pulled, but I didn't see anything pulled up for Carolina Classic. So
Then maybe
maybe I was wrong. Maybe I seen something else. I don't know.
I thought John Blood tweeted the whole card. Let me
That's what I
see.
thought too. But yeah, like I fucked with this match. I always like seeing Emi Sakura on my TV. Still, you know, she's what I used to call the AEW uh, Dark Queen because she was always. That's how I like learned about her a lot. To be fair.
Yeah, so she actually trained May.
Okay.
I think that's why they
I think
have
they announced that too. Yeah.
such chemistry. And if I'm not mistaken, Shoko Pro is the promotion that Emmy started.
Yeah, I've heard of Choco Pro before.
Yeah, she's the owner. I mean, I know there's Gato Move. It's Gato Move and Choco Pro. They like, I don't know if it's every single show because I kind of just, I'll do some cage match, all this card watch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because every now and then they bring in like Harashima. And like sometimes they're just wrestling with no ring. Yeah. Yeah,
like
so but I mean, hey, Harashima don't need a ring. He'll grapple anywhere. I watched him wrestle in a bar last year on one of the Baka Gaijin shows.
speaking of going back to high end,
Mm-hmm.
I I I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure I've seen her wrestle at. I know she was there, but AAW, like the promotion out of Illinois.
That
I
doesn't surprise me.
I saw her wrestle. I forgot who it was, but she took a suplex on the bar top. Now I remember.
God.
Yeah, I have a video of it on my phone. It's awesome.
I do have the second round matchups here. I know. By the
Hell
way.
yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. We'll double back after we get done. Because
Yeah.
my match, or not my match of the night, but yeah,
It might be. It might be mine.
actually, I look at the card. Yes, this is my match of the
So,
night right here.
so you weren't as high as I was on the Mad Dog Tremont match, but dog, this this was
This
fun.
this right here made up for that.
I see. I personally, I just think, I mean, Mad Dog right now is like he's like house money on
Yeah.
these DPW shows, to where you just stick him in the middle of the card like this, put him with somebody who could kind of just match his level of violence and
He
let
is.
them go. And
It,
Dom stepped up. I still kind of, obviously, like it sucks, like with Colby getting hurt, and we wish him well. I still kind of thought, like, what the Colby Mad Dog match would, I think the dynamic would have been completely different to this. But as far as just like a dude's rock,
this was, and he paid homage to it. This was Samoa Joe versus Necro Butcher all over again. Because they started off, I guess Dom came out in the Ring of Honor Samoa Joe inspired gear. And then they started off the match just haymaker.
I don't think this was not like snuff film levels of Joe Necro, but nothing ever will be, I don't think.
Yeah, you ain't doing that in 2025, I don't think. So
But as far as just a awesome fucked up brawl, this was great.
this was this was I think I even texted you. I was like, yes. I was like, you'll love it. You'll get there. But yeah,
Yeah,
oh yeah, I fucked with it. This changed the whole tone of the rest of the show. I can tell you.
It really did, because we got these contender matches and tournament matches, all fine and good, and quite honestly, I think it's very important to pace your undercard like that when you are talking about something that's supposed to be show of the year contender, right? And that you can't have a classic everywhere up and down the lineup. The viewing experience needs to be balanced. But then when you get to something like this, kind of acting as the powder keg, uh, this definitely gets your blood boiling a little bit. For how small the ringside area was, though, they definitely got their mileage out of it, man.
They use every inch of
Mm-hmm.
like, golly, yeah. Oh, I want to go back and watch it because you even told me like a while ago. You're like, check out Mad Dog. You're gonna love him. And boy, were you right?
Have you seen Mad Dog Damus yet?
Yes, because that's the one you told me to check. Or
Yeah,
no, but you told me to check it out. I haven't watched it yet. No.
dude, it's like 9 minutes. That's it, kind of in that vein of you
That's the
talking
one
Joe
that's on.
Necro.
Is that the one that's on?
It's from the first Dean show. It's on
Okay,
YouTube.
that's what I thought. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
But basically, whenever Mad Dog gets the collar out, like it kind of ramps up to a certain point, and the ring post spot particularly was disgusting, especially because DPW they take their time with the like editing the shows and the production and all that, and just how they shot it. It looked like he got legitimately brained by the ring post, and Dom got good color. Another thing too, like when the chain got involved, I loved how Mad Dog's style, like obviously he's one volume setting, right? Like one speed. But there was one particular instance of like it was after the table spot, and he like immediately pushed off and used the chain to leverage himself into the pin. Oh, I love that shit. That was awesome. Uh, I think as far as we're talking about the show in general, I'm glad that DPW smartened up on like getting ahead of the curve with somebody like Mad Dog, because in kind of my corner of the internet, I certainly wasn't the first one to sing his praises. Don't get me wrong, but now it feels like you have an ace up your sleeve as far as building your cards. You know what I mean? Look at what we've gotten through already. We've had a Joshi match. We've had a real mat based scientific match to open the show, and now you just got this fucked up like blood fest essentially. And I don't think I've praised Dom enough either in this match, though. I know I'm kind of all over the place here with my opinions, but also this match was all over the place. But uh, Dom showed up and just beat the shit out of this guy.
Yeah, he did. It, I don't know what else I could say to praise this match more. If you like this hard, like you just like these two hosses beating the shit out of each other, tune in, lock in, get in or get the fuck out. You know?
What's awesome too is that Dom as replacement. It's funny because it's almost like they took kind of two of their best bloodbaths up to this point with GYV Violence is Forever in Vegas, and then the Tremont Mad Dog match. And it was like, what if we took one guy from each, see what happens?
Yeah,
So this was awesome, and I highly recommend it.
yeah. I'm definitely gonna go back and check that out though.
Now we're getting into more of just the main portion of the evening, as far as like what they've been building. Like with the month-to-month shows. This being Cedric Alexander and the Workhorsemen defeat Calvin Tankman, LeBron Cozone, and Manny Lowe in a little over 15 minutes. I thought this was a lot of fun, though. I think as far as like all-star multi-mans go, when you kind of have the core guys of DPW in some sort of tag or multi-man, you kind of know what you're in for. But I think in this particular case, the individual interactions really shine.
Absolutely, setting up that Cedric Alexander Calvin Tankman match. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
inject that directly into my bloodstream. But I'm just so happy to see the Workhorsemen back, healthy, and kicking ass. Because Anthony Henry, it looks like a monster right now, and JD Drake has always been that dude. So
Yeah, him, JD Drake and Tankman were beating the shit out of each other
that's
as
what I was
well.
saying. And then the promo, like when they cut the promo afterwards, that shit had me funny when Cedric was cussing out Tankman and JD Drake just looks at him and goes, "Is it that serious? It's you pissed him off. It's that serious." And it's he plays that goofy like Southern
Hmm.
badass, And I'm just happy to see him. I wish they were
Yeah,
around. I wish they were on AEW more, but
and you have to think that Anthony Henry is like fully good to go now because if I'm not mistaken, this was like a weekend Warriors type thing, right? Yeah. So they taped Showdown on the 8th. They taped this show on the 9th, and like Anthony Henry main evented the night before and then did this match. So hey, all systems go, right?
Horseman indeed.
Yeah, so like I was saying last time out, I would like to see because we'll get to it when we talk about the tag title match. I would like to see what like the workhorsemen test Miracle Generation. I think that would be a good move as far as establishing them, or even just putting the fucking belts back on the guys. But there's a lot you can do here. I want to see where this Manny Low thing keeps going because I'm loving the fact that like Tankman is just so sick of his shit.
I'm hoping that we get a match and Tankman just beats the shit out of him.
Yeah. But yeah, this was a lot of fun. This has felt like more of just all-star tag and a much different flavor than what we normally talk about on this show. Um, but real easy way to pass 15 minutes. A lot of moving parts, but not in a way that feels like it got in its own way either. Yeah, really fun match. Moving along though, man, Nicole Matthews defeating Masha Slamovich in 12 minutes 15 seconds. I absolutely loved what they did here, but I feel like I need more.
Yeah, this match, I felt like it went too quick.
Mm.
Like I literally blinked and the match was over. But I liked what they did. Uh, like you said, Matthews playing that wine mom. You know, um, I she hit her in the head with a bottle, right? Or what she hit her in the head? I didn't see the ending. I saw she hit her in the head, but I didn't see her what she hit her in the head with.
So the finish this time was she spit in her face.
It's in her face. Okay, that's where it was.
Yeah,
She had something in her hand. Ref took it, and
she
then
had,
that's when okay.
yeah. I think
Yeah,
she
I turned
spit
my
red
back for
wine
like
in
a
her face.
second, and then the match was over. I said, "Shit!" Like,
Yeah, so uh but before that though, this was a really cool match because the night before, Matthews and Adora just had a really awesome mat based, again, technical, scientific, whatever you want to call it, with a lot of strong limb work. With someone like Masha, like she can go on the mat. I don't think that's talked about enough. But Masha's also this overwhelming force. So you get this really interesting dynamic of like meeting Nicole on that level while still having the power advantage. So the exchanges are a whole lot different. What that does is that brings out that really shitty side of this heel character from Nicole, which obviously played off into the finish. But I loved where they were going with this. Like I'm still very high on the match, but I think that there's more to this. At
yeah,
least I would hope.
I feel like we're gonna run that back.
Yeah, I'm here for that, man. Really great chemistry with these two. I don't think this was their first meeting. Um, oh yeah, it looks like they wrestled a couple years ago. But I think what they needed this year, I said it before, was like they just needed to kind of establish their women's division a little stronger. And so far with Danny Luna's reign and now with Nicole Matthews' reign, I think they've done an excellent job of that.
Yeah, especially with her interactions still like with High On and everything else.
Yeah, there's a
Like
lot going on there.
they're not shying away. Like High On's still in the picture. That's one thing. And I did tell a guy at work that check out DPW because it's by far a wrestling fans company. So like they're doing exactly what we all want everywhere. What the main promotions. But yeah. Yeah, this match is pretty. Like I said, I turned my back at the last second, but I feel like we're gonna run it back. We have to run it back.
Yeah, well, I want to see more from these two just because I really really liked what they established here. But going into the final two matches here, so this is kind of where I hit a little bit of a wall, and it's the same exact issues I had with their first match. Miracle Generation put this GYV feud to bed, beating Grizzled Young Veterans in 1725, which this was the longest match on the show. I don't think it had any right being this long. But again, it just comes down to the simple thing of I like what they're doing. The wrestling isn't pissing me off. I'm not thinking it's bad or thinking it's boring. But on a match structure basis, it just feels like anytime GYV are leading the match, they just do too much. Like way too many kickouts, way too many false finishes, and it just could just be tied up. You know what I mean?
Like every Balances Forever match they did.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's like, oh, okay, I like we get it. Like we like the false finishes every time, but uh, especially here where you're supposed to. I don't know. I get what you're saying. It's just hard to explain for me on my end.
So even with like okay, go back to like the Violence is Forever feud. There's like clear cut things they're doing. They did the fake injury angle in Chicago to really establish them as heels. The payoff to that was the bloodbath in Vegas, which I love that match. Um, maybe too many kickouts in there, but the violence to me just still like I'm locked in. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
With this feud in particular, it's like their first match. They did this big pile driver spot on the floor that didn't end up mattering, and here it was just false finish after false finish after false finish, and it's just like okay, like enough's enough. Again, it could just be a match layout thing. They're clearly leading this match as the heels. Like, why does it have to be so complicated? Because the clear function of this match is to legitimize Miracle Generation now that they have these belts and it's not in like the kind of the four-way setting. It's just a little too much, you know? That's all. But overall, like it's not like their chemistry's bad.
it's just you're. I'm tired of the oh we're gonna do all these moves, kick out all these
Mm-hmm.
But I'm glad they put the young team over, and now I feel like now that this is the right, we're gonna see GYV on AEW, right? Right?
You'd
More,
think.
they were there last week. I mean, we can a guy can
Yeah.
hope.
Yeah, because I mean, again, like I'm still fans of theirs, and I've liked a lot of stuff they've done in DPW. Just for some reason, it's like I don't think the best way to put over these young guys is to just kick out of all their shit.
Yeah, especially when they're the
So
champs.
yeah. So
You just
yeah.
you just had and then you just had them beat them, or you just had them win the belts last event, and then you're gonna have these guys kick out of all their moves. You're making them look weak. So I
Mhm.
mean, but hey, Miracle Generation. Like, where do we go from here? Like, I don't know. Like I said, the Workhorseman would be sick. I'd fuck with that.
Yeah, like Workhorsemen, I think that's a team that they can clearly switch heel and punish the living shit out of these guys, make them no pun intended work for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Or as always, violence is forever. I think you could bring somebody else in. That's a real interesting thing because being babyface champions, it's one thing to just have heel champions go through everybody, but now when you have a babyface team that's truly establishing themselves and has the crowds behind them, uh, I think you do need to be a little more selective with how you book this. But I mean, who's to not trust DPW at this point?
trust process, baby.
Speaking of the fans being behind somebody, uh, let's flip that because this crowd wanted Adam Priest's blood.
Adam Priest has some of the best theme music, by the way, for just a shit bag. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, they wanted this man's head on a swivel.
This match was a long time coming. This being Adam Priest successfully defending against Jake Something in 1643. Jake Something never lost the belt. It took him a while to get back to this match. And, on paper, you're looking at kind of the inverse of David versus Goliath because Jake Something is a very large man. And Adam Priest is just, he's a pit bull, you know? So how Adam Priest gets around that is by every nasty trick you could think of, he pulled off. But what's so brilliant about this match is I never felt like it was too much.
No, it was for everything.
I was
Uh,
shocked.
yeah, it didn't feel like dragged out. It didn't feel like it was like over the top, doing too much, like shenanigans.
It was like a
Uh,
symphony of bullshit, but it worked.
yeah, and it was awesome. Like, oh, shit bag. That's our guy though. That's our champion.
Show more bookers this match and say, why can't you make ref bumps go this well?
Yeah, this was awesome. And then like the constant working of the leg, like perfect. I love
Bringing
it.
him down to size, everything, yeah, everything here, all the stuff with the corner bumps, especially the use of just the turnbuckles in general, having the ref down in there, having Trevor Lee kind of sequester one side, bring the ref over, do some nasty shit. It was like just insane to me that how you're able to fit all this into a match in under 20 minutes and never felt like it was in its own way. But the point was it to be that there's all this bullshit going on.
It was he. Oh, no, that's right. He won. He didn't tap out. He passed out. Never mind.
Yeah, it was referee decision.
Yeah, I was gonna say he made him tap, but he passed out. And the priest still your DPW champion. I feel like I don't know where we go from here. Well, me and you have a theory, but
Yeah, yeah. I just again, I feel like I keep talking in circles, but it's just all the interference, all the ref bumps. The ref took a fucking chair shot at one point. Um, Trevor Lee's shenanigans on the outside. Obviously, Babyface is coming out to clear it out. Like this just works so well, man. Um,
it's like that old, like I said, like that old heat too. Like that
yeah,
that
like it was a genuine. Everybody was invested. It wasn't ironic. Like I got sucked into this too. I think because of that. When everybody, I mean, we all know what it is, but it's like when everybody is invested, it's a whole lot easier to get swept up into it. And I felt like that during this match. But I wasn't more of like, I want to see Adam Priest eat shit. I was just kind of like, how could he continue to get away with this? And then he does. And it's more of a just like, you son of a bitch.
like and now especially with Trevor Lee helping him,
Mm-hmm.
and I can't wait for them to blow up. But
Because yeah, that'll be awesome. Uh, I do want to see how they follow up with this because I just don't think Jake something he has more of an issue now. First it was I never lost the belt. Now it's like we have look at the tape, you know?
yeah, so they'll probably run something back there too. I just don't take that belt off Priest yet. I'm enjoying this.
I feel like it's been a while since they did a steel cage.
Yeah, I can see that.
Have they
Pre-
done one since Tankman Colby?
I don't think so. It might have. Don't hold me to that, but I don't think they have. I mean, I could do that. Jake something, Priest, Cage.
Just have like a definitive winner. Before we wrap up, I do have the announce card for Carolina Classic pulled up, which is next Sunday. So there might be some more stuff announced. But at the very least, we can. So it'll be taped. We probably won't cover it until. I wonder if they do air it that same weekend as All Out and WrestlePalooza. That remains to be seen. But we'll cover it when we see it. But the tournament matches are all announced. And this card looks sick, dude. Like, I know we keep saying it, but I'm looking at all this and yeah, like let's do it. So Carolina Classic qualifying match, which that's another tournament that ends in a four-way. So whoever wins these matches will advance to the final. LeBron Cozone taking on the freshly returned Eric Stevens, which that's interesting on paper. They shared a ring, I believe. Did they share a ring?
Yeah,
No, it was.
Did they do the 6-man?
Were they? Was he in the 6-man? I'm sorry. Let me look.
Wasn't he in the 6-man? It was Eric Stevens and Violence is Forever. Wasn't that against? Or
Ozone Tankman and all that.
And Manny Lowe.
Yeah, so I had it right. Yeah, it was Eric Stevens of VIF against Tankman, LeBron Cozone, and Manny Lowe. For some reason, I thought they faced another team for a second, but no, you corrected me.
Look at
my
me.
initial thought.
Look at me going.
Yeah. So did share some ring time in that 6-man. Now they're going to have dedicated singles. I think the implication there, I mean, if Eric Stevens advances, I mean, by wrestling logic, he gets a title shot, you know?
Yeah. I mean, you pin the champ, you beat the champ.
Right. Then also in that bracket, Trevor Lee versus Anthony Henry. My goodness.
Yeah,
sign me the fuck up. That's going to be that's just going to be a great wrestling match on paper at least.
Nah, there's one more that
you're gonna love these next two.
Oh, so I pulled it up and I'm looking at one right now that has my name written all over it.
I'm assuming it's the Jake something JD Drake match.
Absolutely. This is my match of the night, and this didn't even happen yet.
Dudes rock.
This is for the dudes.
Yeah, that is just, man.
Yep, my match of the night.
That is going to be two large human beings throwing ham bones, and it's going to be great.
Two big meaty men slapping meat. I literally looked up the card. This was the first thing that popped up. Tell me this ain't for me. Come on.
Yeah. And then in the end of the bracket, you got Calvin Tankman versus Cedric Alexander. That just feels like a big match. And they've been building to it for a while. Obviously, Cedric, he could still move. I don't know why people just assumed he was washed. His DPW run's been really good.
Well, that's what happens when people leave the WWE. They think they're washed.
Yeah, people like it was like a people found it offensive that he might be in the Hurt Syndicate, and then like, well, wait till he wrestles Trevor Lee, and then he did, and it was good.
Wait till you find out that he was actually in the Hurt business. That's crazy, you know.
Yeah, and it was just more of they thought he would have like the WWE stink on him, but that wasn't the case. He can't have it when he wasn't getting booked.
So I said he's killing it right now.
Yeah, especially in cases like this where you're working once a month, like twice a month.
He's not killing it.
TNA.
He's not killing it as much as Jake something and JD Drake are gonna kill it, but
no, but it's completely different dynamic here. I'm really excited to see how this goes, and quite honestly, I think that's the toughest one to call out of this first round.
As much as Tankman's our boy, I think Cedric's taking that one, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But there's this other match on here though. Those women's matches ain't too bad.
Yeah, I kind of separated the two tournaments here. These semifinals of the best tournament both look really sick. We stick with you because we were praising her here. There ain't gonna be no size disparity. I mean she's still gonna have the size advantage, but she's facing quite possibly like the powerhouse outside of Masha on the circuit right now, and Danny Luna.
I feel like this is gonna be one of my matches too, like because I'm locked in on the U now, so
I'm gonna send you some 200 kilogram stuff after this.
I'm tuning in. And then even the next match with Queen Aminata versus Mitsuruga looks solid too. So.
Sleeper hit, especially because of how Queen Aminata's booked in DPW.
Yeah, she's like the assassin.
As just a killer. Yeah. And May's this, she's high speed, but she's very small.
Is she considered an underdog then, in a sense?
Absolutely.
But what about in Choco?
I mean, she's one of their champions there, but she's also like I think one of their only like full-time
wrestlers.
So
But here, like in this situation with Queen Aminata, she's the underdog.
Absolutely.
Okay, for sure.
So we got a really nice dynamic there too. I'm really excited for this show, man, and it's like I want it to be next week and
I'm
not us seeing it in a month.
about to move to Carolina. Like,
Hey man, if we hit that Powerball,
I hit that Powerball. There, you won't know, but there's gonna be signs. We're gonna be doing Underhook live in location from North Carolina.
you know how like the front row ECW shows are like the same 10 guys.
That's gonna be us.
That's gonna be us, yeah. We're just gonna follow them wherever they go.
We're gonna be DPW's green shirt guy, and we'll be wearing Underhook shirts that we made ourselves. And
Yeah, I mean, shit. I'll have enough to press at that point.
We hit that lottery. Josh, you listening? We hit that lottery. Underhook shirts.
Dude, if we win the lottery, I'm printing that shit on like Chanel.
Yeah, dude. Chanel. We're gonna be Gucci out, baby.
Well, I'm rocking up in the Chanel Underhook Pro shirt with the Amiri jeans.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look like Lance Archer.
We hit that Powerball. I'm bringing back gold foil shirts.
Let's go, dude. But yeah, lots to look forward to with DPW. And honestly, this Collision episode looks really good. I mean, if Moxley and Garcia if they live up to their last match, yeah, a lot to be excited about right now. And I'm honestly cool with.
There's an 8 women. I think there's an 8 women tag on that.
Yeah, Tony's on the babyface team. It's Tony Mina, Stat, and Harley Cameron against Triangle of Madness and Megan Bayne. So, I mean, that's got your big guns out there, especially on the babyface side. So, yeah, I'm excited, man. I think I kind of like the groove we're in as far as the schedule because we're building up to this pay-per-view. We have a lot to look forward with Deadlock, but there's not like a billion things going on for the next couple of weekends. So it's like I kind of just like catch up on stuff from earlier in the year, continue with both of our elaborate watch projects, and then like I could just watch football this weekend and not like have like fear of missing out of any wrestling.
That's the same thing with me. Like when you said, "Oh, there's nothing going on," I said, "Oh crap, there isn't anything going on. I can actually relax this weekend." And like, not to like rush through and like actually enjoy some stuff because I need to go back and watch. I got a list now. I'm gonna go back and watch. You're gonna send me some of them tag matches I need to check out for 200. What was it? 200 kilogram?
Yeah. Okay. It's like Team 200 kg. I've heard it pronounced as kilogram, so I just kind of say that. But kilogram, kilograms, kg, however you want to do it. But I'll tell you what, man. If you like you are going to love Big Hosh. Every time I watch Chihiro Hashimoto, I just think she's one of the most complete professional wrestlers on the planet. Which I know that's incredibly high praise, so I'm not trying to overshoot it for your expectations, but I promise you, dude, she has some awesome stuff. So I'll send you some tag stuff, and I'll send you some of her singles because she's been on a roll, especially like in the 2020s. She's been a standout. But other than that, that's all from me. I don't know if you got anything to plug.
Nothing, my friend.
Well, with it being NFL seasons, by the time you hear this, football will be starting in a couple of hours. Do want to remind you to check out our brothers on the 330 Club podcast. My biological actual brother, Mill, that's his show, and my brother in friendship, Jimbo. They broke down the week 1 slate, talked a whole lot of betting. So hopefully we can all just enjoy some games this weekend and win some money. Because, hey, who doesn't love that?
Locking in. Because we're going to win the lottery. We're going to win the lottery and betting. That's going to be crazy.
Just we're not going to bet the whole $1 million. Because I thought about it, but I know we're not doing that.
No.
Shit, with that much money, we could buy a casino.
That's what I said. We're going to buy our own casino.
Like, and run wrestling shows out of there.
Exactly. See, we're already good. We already got a plan. All coming together.
Casino, Dave & Buster's, metalcore venue, wrestling venue.
See, we got it. We got it all. That's what it's going to be called. The Dudes Rock venue.
There you go. Well, look forward to that. But hey, anyone listening playing the Powerball and you win, good for you. Just maybe a little finder's fee.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Don't forget about your the underdogs over here. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. That being said, though, hope you all enjoy your weekend. Enjoy the football. Enjoy whatever wrestling you're watching. Next week, I think it's just Dynamite, unless we got something else. But otherwise, until then, for Steve and Chris, thank you so much for listening. If you got this far, and we'll talk to you again next time.
See ya.